This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my breakdown of the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. And for this, I'm kind of taking out time where I was going to play Lego The Incredibles. So, if that stream even happens, I'm not even sure if it is. It's like 10:40 right now. I might be able to squeeze in like a mission or two. But honestly, I saw this, and after taking a shower and getting a few other things done, I went to break it down. I am recording is about an hour after the trailer dropped, but we'll have a release tomorrow morning, as in my time, and it's going to be about 10 a.m., but I am so excited to go over this, and if you haven't seen it yet, or don't know the movie, have any type of spoilers at all, don't watch, and this will be the thumbnail with the Spider-Man No Way Home logo put over it. And just because, of course we already know this has happened, and I want to put on a giant spoiler thumbnails on there. What we're going to watch, and I'm going to pause and split the video wherever I see something interesting to talk about, and we'll go on from there. So the first part of this trailer is just kind of a few flashes of what's going to happen in the trailer. And that's a new thing they kind of started doing with recent Marvel trailers. Oh, and also, I'm not going to break down every trailer on this channel. I'll just do the ones I'm interested in. And I was thinking about doing the Eternals one, but I decided not to. And I also was looking at it, and there's a few that I just want to do, but ones like the What If trailer, which I did a few months ago, and this one I will be doing, but only for movies, shows, and games I'm interested in. So now let's go back into this trailer.
Oh, look at this. This is a good one. Some suggest that Parker's powers include the male spider's ability to hypnotize females.
Stop, come on.
Yes, my spider lord.
Can we just stay up here all day? It is so crazy down there.
And here we kind of see Peter spending some time with MJ as she's reading conspiracy theories about Spider-Man and Peter Parker's abilities in the newspaper. They have a nice fun moment together, and then Peter just comes want to stay there because how much things have escalated since Mysterio revealed who he was. And going on from here, we'll look at the rest of the trailer.
That's right, folks. Spider-Man is in fact Peter Parker.
And here we see J. Jonah Jameson continuing on from what he said in the last movie and revealing Peter's identity and saying he's public enemy #1. And honestly, that was just, a fun little inclusion. And I would not be surprised if we have a continuation of this where he says he's a menace. But this definitely makes Peter look like his life is going to be far worse than it is because of how extreme things are here.
Listen, I did not kill Mysterio. The drones did.
The drones that are yours.
Here we see Peter going and trying to explain everything that happened, but no one believes him. And it seems that he has been arrested, which we see some clips of later. And also just to make things easy, I kind of went and took a break from this quickly and split all the footage into parts, so I have some sections I'll be going over. I'll be going over shorter clips like I've done. I'm going over maybe a little longer ones, but they're still relatively short. I just a quick thing because I want to spend an hour making this video.
Does any part of you feel relieved about all this?
What do you mean?
Now that everybody knows, you don't really have to hide or lie to people.
For the record, I never wanted to lie to you. But how do you tell someone that you're Spider-Man?
And here we see both Peter and MJ talking, and some clips both from what seems like could be his arrest, and from a few more scenes setting things up and showing how crazy things have been for him. It's just talking about how he really just think it's kind of crazy, and MJ asking him if he's glad that the secret's finally out there. And Peter really isn't sure, but does want to let her know that he didn't want to keep lying to her. And I wonder if that takes place later in the movie, after the Doctor Strange stuff, but I do have a theory to bring up once we see some other scenes.
Now everybody knows. But this isn't about me. This is hurting a lot of people. I've just been thinking about how to fix all of this.
We now see how Peter has been basically become infamous, and how he's being, pictured taking him at school, and the negative effects it's having on his life, including Aunt May and Ned being interrogated, likely by the police, maybe the FBI or something. But honestly, this is just so interesting, and honestly, I really like the twist that's going on here, and that he wants to fix it, but he doesn't know how.
So, Peter, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm sorry to bother you, sir.
Please, we saved half the universe together. I think we're beyond you calling me sir.
Okay, Steven.
That feels weird, but I'll allow it.
And then we see Peter going up to Doctor Strange and asking him for help. And that's pretty weird. I don't know why. There seems to be both white inside and snow everywhere. I kind of wondering what's up with that. And I'm going to check one thing quickly, and I'll be back to continue my comment on this. Okay, I just checked. I was trying to see if there was still a hole that the Hulk made back in Infinity War in the place, and there isn't, which I'm kind of glad about, because that would have been serious laziness if, even though it was kind of an apocalyptic time, if in maybe what it could be 6 to maybe 7 years, if they did not, especially with them having magic, fix the roof of the building. And honestly, I'm just excited to see it, and it's interesting for Peter to be going to Doctor Strange for help, although you've kind of known that. It still is different, and I'm so excited to see this team up.
When Mysterio revealed my identity, my entire life got screwed up. I was wondering if maybe you could make it so that he never did.
So with this we see Peter asking Doctor Strange to use his abilities to go and essentially erase everyone's memory of him being Spider-Man. And I have a better cut clip for it. I also see him running through in the new costume through a cafe or a coffee shop or something without the mask on. And I'm thinking that that the spell doesn't work. But sorry, that was the ice machine. Don't really feel like recording this. Where was I? Yes, so basically he wants it to be done, but I don't think it works fully, or it doesn't work at all, and everyone still knows who he is, and this only breaks open the multiverse and lets it into the MCU.
Strange.
Don't cast that spell. It's too dangerous. Fine. I won't.
Then we see a pretty fun moment where Doctor Strange says, was talking to Wong, and he says it's too dangerous to cast a spell. And Strange promises he won't, but then winks to Peter, letting him know he'll do it. But I'm wondering why he does it, especially knowing the consequences of using magic and what that could, do to everything else. So I am wondering just why he decided to. But I still think it is interesting. And it's probably just for the plot, but he might have a greater reason. Maybe they'll tie into Multiverse of Madness and what happened to both WandaVision and Loki. But we'll see.
The entire world is about to forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Wait, everyone? Can't some people still know?
That's not how the spell works.
So MJ's gonna forget about everything we've ever been through?
Stop tampering with the spell.
Oh my god, Ned, he's my best friend. Oh, my Aunt May should really know.
Stop talking!
What just happened?
And here we see Strange doing the spell. Peter basically being worried that people who do know his identity, who wants to know, are going to forget it, but they can't, specify who keeps the memory and who loses it with the spell. And this goes off, erasing basically everyone's memory. Or, I don't think it does, but honestly, that's just me. I'm not sure anyone else. I haven't seen any breakdowns yet. But let's also see some flashes of some very multiverse stuff, but pretty similar to Loki. And at least my theory, well, one of them is this partially takes place during the events of Loki's finale, as the multiverse is starting to split apart. But that means it does not take place in, simultaneous order with the WandaVision one. Since the WandaVision one happens right after Infinity War, or Infinity War Endgame. But this takes place at least, about a year or more after Endgame, since a school year has passed for Far From Home. So it takes place at least about a year later. But let's take a look at the rest of it. That's probably the longest section of, footage to go through that I signaled out since it all went together. And let's get ready for things to go get crazy.
We tampered with the stability of space-time. Multiverse is a concept about which we know frighteningly little. The problem is...
So here we see a bunch of other stuff, talking about how Doctor Strange says they kind of broke reality, and the multiverse has not been too well studied, likely because it just started to grow from Loki. I think the multiverse always has existed, but basically the sacred timeline was so there would be no branching realities that could intertwine with other universes, which someone like Doc Ock, as we'll see in a minute, will be able to go through to appear. But I'm just, so excited. And I kind of come off in the middle of the statement because that's kind of where this set of scenes ends, and we'll see where it continues on from that.
You trying to live two different lives. The longer you do it, the more dangerous it becomes.
We then see, Doctor Strange warning Peter that he can't live a double life forever, and it's making his life more dangerous. We see a few people Happy being nervous. We also see some lightning here. And yeah, I'm trying to move this in, but can't see anything too well. I can see maybe a vague outline of a person, and that might be Electro, who's going to be designed very differently than he was in Amazing Spider-Man 2. With him, having blue electricity and this being more, lightly yellow that we're used to. Not like Emperor blue / purple. But I am interested in that and to see where this is continue to. And here we see what are clearly pumpkin bombs from the Raimi trilogy being thrown down, and a laugh that sounds almost identical to Norman Osborn's from the first Spider-Man movie. It's not perfectly the same, but of course he is older, so he's going to sound just a little different. And yeah, this does sound like an older version of it. And I just, personally checked on YouTube, in fact. Yeah, I'll play that clip right now.
Be careful what you wish for, Parker. Hello, Peter.
And here we see the return of Alfred Molina's Doc Ock. And this is so fun. Even though I think it was confirmed by the actor he is going to be in the movie. And coming right out of the events of Spider-Man 2. It's just still so cool to see him here. And definitely looks a lot nicer. Although he says he is like literally pulled from the scene when he falls into the river. And honestly, this is just so awesome to see. I cannot wait to see where stuff like this continues to. But looking back, I believe we have Green Goblin, Doc Ock, and Electro essentially confirmed for this. Mysterio mentioned, and in the Lego sets, you see when Vulture appears in there, although that's supposed to be a throwback set with, but it does kind of have one of the new suits in it. And if you just toss a Scorpion or someone, you have 6 and can make a Sinister 6. Oh, also, I don't know who that voice is at the beginning of this clip, and it's black. Someone's probably figured it out, and it's probably obvious, I'm just not thinking. But if you know, let me know in the comments. And then here, this is kind of the evidence I was talking about. Peter goes into the Iron Spider suit in public after Doc Ock has appeared, and the multiverse has likely split, unless the thing at the end, well, the thing where the Red's mind wipes happens at the end. And honestly, that's the main reason I think that everyone's mind isn't wiped. But I'm just so excited to see this. It looks so cool. And really, it's going to be so cool to see all these villains return and make appearances. And it just looks so fun. But let's just take a look at, the last few minutes of this. Well, that's really a few seconds where we just see the logo. And I'm going to be mentioning the release date, but I'm not going to be playing that part of it. So yeah, we have official confirmation, Spider-Man No Way Home. And as I said, it's going to be coming out December 17th, a few days before Christmas. Oh, and I'm so excited for this. I just have to get through a semester of school to get here. So, that's a double motivation to, get through it. I'm honestly just so excited. And this is the movie I've been looking forward to probably the most this year. The second was probably The Suicide Squad, and since it hasn't confirmed release date, on the day it does release, I'm going to be putting up a review of the Avengers Infinity War set. The one that's the Sanctum Sanctorum and Peter Parker's Permanent one. I'm pretty sure it's not the Sanctum Sanctorum showdown. I'm pretty sure that's the new one. No, the old one. The one from the Doctor Strange movie. I don't remember what the set's name is, but that's not important right now. That's for me to go over, well, when I get to reviewing that. But honestly, I just love this trailer so much. I'm so excited for this. It is, was released in August, on August 23rd. And there's basically 4 months until it comes out. Really, I'm wondering, what do you guys think of this? Did you like it? Did you not like it? And I will announce my kind of a few more plans I have for this week. On Saturday, I'll be reviewing Free Guy. And on Sunday, I'm going to be having one of my comment sections. I was offered to enter a mock contest on a subscriber's channel. So I subscribed to them, and that'll all be explained in the video on Sunday. And then, I'm not sure which day I'm going to do it on. Either on Thursday or Friday, I'm going to be reviewing Archer Season 12, Episode 1. But I'll see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.